And we're back with Phoenix Wright. Trials and Tribulations.
Maya's
joined...
dead.
Probably. It's me, Rob. I'm joined by the Iffy.
Maya's dead.
And Herr George.
That's me. Maya's dead.
Maya is dead. It seems to have passed. Well, we can't just stand here and do nothing. Let's go! There! To the inner temple, bitch! Where else? Sister Bikini, we'll finish this later, alright?
Yeah, sure. Why not? You go on. People may have been hurt. I must first aid kits ready.
Come on then, Phoenix Wright! They won't bar you from entering as long as I'm with you. Thank you. Right at that moment, I had the worst feeling in my gut. We just had an earthquake. I wonder if he's alright. Oh, right. So, context for George. Miles Edgeworth got trauma because of an earthquake stopping an elevator and reducing oxygen when he was 9. His dad died the same day. So he really, really does not like earthquakes.
Sense made.
You look worried. Are you thinking about Miles Edgeworth? Come on, let's go. To the main gate. We've got to hurry to the inner temple and... Right! What are you doing here? How could I have... How did you expect us to understand if you don't speak up? Yow! Hey, why am I the one getting whipped? She's gone. No. The defendant, Iris. She's gone. Gone where? She fled. She escaped. What? So it was just now, during the... It's easy to see Edgeworth's one and only weakness, his fear of earthquakes. I should have known better than to escort the defendant alone. As soon as the ground started shaking, everything went dark before my eyes, and I stupidly passed out. That incident haunts you to this day, doesn't it? That's no excuse for letting the suspect get away. I believe I let it happen. Right, the inner temple area is a dead end, so she only could have escaped to this side. We haven't seen her. Then we need to get a manhunt underway now and search Eagle Mountain from top to bottom. Wait, Edgeworth, have you thoroughly checked the inner temple yet? Don't be ridiculous, why would I? The inner temple is like an island. There's no way to escape but to cross. No, that's not it. Iris isn't the type of person to run away, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? Sister Bikini mentioned something when we were with her. She said that the sacred cavern might have caved in because of the quake. Then you think Iris might have gone to the inner temple to check on the situation? Listen, Edgeworth, I'm sure she's at the inner temple. A manhunt is not necessary. Right. Let's not waste any more time. We need to get to the training hall sacred cavern now. Alright, let's go.
Let's go. It's me.
Fortunately, the sacred cavern didn't cave in. But, what we found was something none of us would have ever expected.
The seal of our calcos.
You're a calcamelos.
How can there be even more locks? What is the meaning of this?
Iris is just some kinky shit.
Iris! Iris, please tell me, what the hell is going on?
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Dirt.
Well, time to save. And the next spot is still investigation.
Lots of not prosecuting going on here.
I just want to get to the trial, man.
It's okay, we'll be in court soon.
It's fine, we have court at home.
Right, is this what Godot was talking about? Yeah, the trick locks. Now then, Iris, please remove these at once.
Mr. Edgeworth, I'm afraid I can't. It's not possible for me.
What? During the earthquake, when the cabin was in danger of caving in, Iris escaped. And I know that there was only one lock when I last came here. So you're saying that you can't undo the new locks?
Yeah.
If only I was stronger! Edgeworth, how are you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. Like you want to talk with your face all green. Miles Edgeworth, go and get some air. I'll watch over the suspect. You go and get a grip on yourself. Don't be ridiculous, I'm perfectly free! There's no telling what sort of mistakes you could make in your current state. Go and get some rest. That is your only concern now, Miles Edgeworth.
Investigation.
Understood. I'll handle the investigation in the garden. You take care of things here. Edgeworth.
Rich, don't tell me what to do.
He's got so much pride that he's probably off crying in the corner of the garden. Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. Coming from you? The queen, bitch! Oh, fucking
I have the
priceless.
pride of the Von Karma family.
Oh, Jesus. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. Okay, fair enough, you saved yourself. At any rate, it seems that this is where we part ways, Phoenix Wright. I'm going to stay here and see if I can't help solve these buzzes and puzzles. I see. Well, thanks for your help. Now then, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris?
What are your 3 sizes? No, not at all.
Alright.
That's not English.
Why did you make a run for it, Iris?
I'm sorry. I heard the inner temple had been severely shaken by the strong earthquake we had. I was so worried, I decided to come and see.
In other words, you didn't run away to escape the law. At least we're clear on that.
Can't tell you how relieved I was when I saw the secret camera was alright, but
But what?
of course! And I saw these chains here. I saw all these extra locks that someone had put on the sacred cabin's door, and who in the world would have done something like this? Silly rabbit, locks are for tricks. Trick locks are sacred treasure of the Korean tradition. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why only the person who set the locks on can open it.
And you aren't the one who sets these locks? I don't think it's that simple, Fancy's come on Karma. When we were here the first time... I think he's just taking the piss. When we were just here the first time, there was only one lock. But now, somehow, there's 5 of them.
What does that mean?
It means that someone who wanted to secure the place even more. And they wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Presumably because they wanted to make sure Maya couldn't get out. This means that Iris can only open one of these locks, the first one.
Yes, that's correct.
What? Iris, try to think, please. Isn't there any way around this?
Well, like I said, there are 100 different ways to set these locks. I suppose I went through every combination with each one, I could remove them. But
It will take time, won't it?
Rowdy. Yes, about a day if I had to guess.
A whole day? Well, that's better than leaving the locks in place. Will you do this for us?
Sure, I'll do whatever I can.
Gotta wait another day? Hang in there, Maya. You're gonna have to call on your inner strength now. That actually just
I have no inner strength.
But Iris, there's still one thing I don't quite get. And what might that be, Phoenix Wright? I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you? Please, Iris, don't give me that look. You told us that you were in your room at Hazakura Temple at the time of the incident. But you were seen that same evening at the Inner Temple. And then, you were spotted at the scene of the crime at Hazakura Temple, too. Being spotted at both Hazakura Temple and the Inner Temple, it's as if you were... Well, Iris, I think it's about time you told us the truth. Never fucking mind! I knew it. There's something going on here that we don't know about. Well, time to go.
Find out next time.
I'm finally getting to the bottom of this case. I can count on Iris to break these locks, so I should try to gather more clues. From Sister Bikini, Edgeworth, Gumshoe, the pearls.
How long has it been?
It's been years.
It's weird that there's no one around all of a sudden. It sure gets quiet up here in the mountains when you're all on your own. Speaking of alone, I guess I should go check out the shack just down this path. Maybe I'll find Larry there sulking again.
Oh, Mr. Nick.
Pearls, what are you doing here?
Nothing. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright?
Well, we don't know yet.
Oh, I see.
Hey, what do you think you're doing here, Nick?
Larry?
This is Lou's shack where Lou's get together to lose themselves, baby.
This is the what shack?
Hey, we fought covering each other's failures, okay? Got a problem with that, baby?
Look, Mr. Nick, Mr. Larice did a picture of me.
That's great, Pearls.
Gonna get a firewood right now. Gonna get wood, baby. Cooking some half-run potatoes or a miserable little campfire, baby.
He's super into roast potatoes.
I'm a SIRP.
How do you feel about this, George?
Hmm.
It's the evolution of the simp.
Well, it only had to go one way.
Stay out of our way, bitch boy.
I don't believe this. Why can't he try getting fired up over becoming a better man?
No one believes a word I say anymore.
And rightfully so.
Listen up. Listen to me, Pearl. You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? I want to let you down,
She's
baby.
fucking 9!
And hurt you.
Oh, Mystic Maya.
Larry, is there something you want to tell me about this picture? About this...
Yeah, I've got nothing to say to you, Nick. I am back my dick pic. My life's here now with Pearl. Two losers cooking potatoes together forevermore.
What am I gonna do with him? Alright then, what do you think about this picture? Oh my god! Just the picture part, Pearls.
I think it's really well drawn. I can't draw it all, so I think it's really amazing.
See, someone appreciates my dick.
God
Stop getting the
damn
frame
it.
to look like that. You know?
This was the one time you didn't want to make that joke, Iffy. The one time!
It's too late now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's supposed to be Sister Iris flying through the air, isn't it? I love it. It's like a dream, a wonderful fantasy.
No, it wasn't a dream. She really flew, I'm telling you. Iris really flew that night. She was high as a motherfucker.
But Mr. Larice...
Not you too. Please don't look at me like that, Pearl. Don't look at me like some kind of nutcase, I beg of you.
But you are a nutcase.
The fuck up.
I guess this picture really is a representation of what Larry thinks he saw.
Guess I was half asleep when I was there that night, okay? Andy was looking at it upside down, but I was wide awake after that lightning struck. And I saw what I saw. Exactly like I drew it. Drew in the picture.
And it looks like I don't have any choice but to take this sketch at face value.
So he was upside down.
Hey, what's with the look of doubt in your face?
Well, night of the crime. Pearls?
Yes, Mr. Nick?
I'm meaning to ask you about the night of the murder.
Oh,
Where were you, and what exactly were you doing when it all happened?
I was just, well, I'm just a kid, you know. I'm sure it doesn't really matter what I was doing. Does it, Mr. Nick?
Sorry, Pearls, but yes it does. On the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Mr. Nim's room, reading a book together. But Mr. Nim was murdered, and you, Pearls, were at the inner temple. Just what exactly happened that night, Pearls?
I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick.
Son of a bitch!
The 9-year-old has all the locks.
Just wanted to do some investigation.
I've been a bad girl. I know I'll be punished.
Fucking you, Poe's the killer.
What are you talking about, Pearls?
My spiritual power, it has disappeared.
What? Her powers have disappeared? What do you mean your power has disappeared, Pearls?
It's all over for me. A spirit medium who can't channel spirits is like a painter who can't paint.
Iffy?
But
Oh, Logan now, baby. Hey, what are you looking at me for?
Pearls, did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at Hazakura Temple? Tried but failed, perhaps.
Where'd you go, Nick? You made a cry, bitch.
Yeah, shows what you know. You try to talk about your dick around a 9-year-old.
That's what's really cruel of you. Wah.
Just as I thought. I'm gonna have to break her psych-lock to get the truth out of her.
I'm gonna have to break her like a Kit Kat bar.
Well, I don't have the evidence, I don't think, right now, so... Time to go to the main hall.
you made a child cry, that was pretty productive.
I wonder if Sister Bikini has gone back to the main hall already. I haven't seen Gumshoe around for a while either. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. I bet Gumshoe is Sister Bikini's type. Oh my god! Oh my god, don't put that image in my head.
The kid cry. And Larry's on a special kind of list now, so...
Yeah, and now Phoenix canonically ships Bikini and Gumshoe.
Ooh.
How dare you?
So that's me x me, so
George X himself. Yeah, you know, fair enough. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, what's the damage? Oh, it's the sacred temple, Gavin.
It looks like it survived, but we have a bigger problem. I told Sister Bikini all about it. About the 5 locks that were stopping us from getting inside the sacred cavern.
But who? Who could have done that? Only people who know how to set these kind of trick locks are those in the Korean tradition.
We have Iris at the sacred cavern trying our best to open them for us right now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk with you about, Sister Bikini.
Oh yes, we were in the middle of a chat, weren't we?
Yes, you were telling me how the Master of Korean disappeared 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Face suddenly appeared at this temple.
It was about a week ago when Dark Magician, no, I mean Dark Magician girl arrived. After she showed me her talisman, it proved that she was the master, she said.
Ah, she was the master from Doctor Who.
Oh.
Oh.
There's a lot of character crossovers I don't understand. Somebody was trying to destroy the Korean temple's main family line. Tradition, not temple. I said it after. He said I where I messed up that time. I'm here to put a stop to them.
This channel proves one thing, and it's that reading is hard.
Thank you, everyone.
Someone was trying to destroy the main family line.
There is only one heir to the title of Master at any time. And usually it's the oldest. That child becomes the new Master of Karain, and her daughter's the main family. All other mediums become branch family members with no hope of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have, and always will, not plead to erase those of the main family line.
Yeah. Is the power of the Master worth this much bloodshed? Well, time to talk about the Korean family technique.
You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know its power is real.
Yes, I do, because I've seen it firsthand. It's been 3 years since I first met Maya, and that time I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. Well, it's one specific spirit, but go off. During the mask case. And during Maggie Bird's trial, too. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always on hand to help me out when I need her the most.
The current technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know. I mean, the ability to commune with the dead, that's true psychic power, you know. Members of the tradition have always been there, behind every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such a tremendous skill?
I suppose so, but with all that power and influence, I kind of expected you'd be really rich by now.
You saying we're poor, Mr. Wright? You're very direct, aren't you? People don't believe in it anymore, you see. All because of one little mistake.
A mistake? What mistake?
It was 17 years ago. That's when everything came crashing down. All because of that incident.
That incident? She talking about what I think she is?
I'm sure the records still exist if you're interested. Locked up, of course. It was called the DL6 incident. That's the name of the file.
Yeah, we solved that. The DL6 incident, huh?
Yes, you must buy the DL6 in order to continue.
The DL6 incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's right. So it was you who's the defense's attorney of that case.
A murder that took place 17 years ago.
It was the first time in the country's history the police ever used a spirit medium. The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer.
And the medium who performed the channeling was Misty Faye, Maya's mother.
Through Mystic Misty's channeling, the name of a certain man surfaced. Armed with that as evidence, the investigators spurred into action.
But that man, he was found not guilty, wasn't he?
That's right. He was. And the case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed.
Who was the guy again?
It was what?
Who was the guy that was supposedly not guilty?
Yanni Yogi?
Ah, right, yeah.
You played him. How did you forget?
His fucking legs, Yogi.
Anyway, carry on, George.
It was the first case the world had ever seen the Korean tradition openly involved in. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, the people of the Korean village. Everyone judged her. Everyone said Mystic Misty's powers were a sham. And then she just disappeared, vanished, while everyone still thought of her as a fraud.
But I know the truth. Misty Face spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all.
Of course it wasn't. And since you managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The Korean tradition is starting to recover now. But with a new master wielding the power of the clan.
Does she mean Maya?
The spiritual power of the Korean channeling technique is the blood.
Maya's told me the exact same thing before.
Well, we, the women of the Fae family, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us.
According to Maya, only the women in the family can inherit that power.
The main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic and me. But with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master.
And the ones who don't become branch families, right?
That's right. And it's always the cause of tragedy.
You know, Maya had a sister, too. An older sister named Mia.
Oh yes, I've heard of her.
What? You know about Mia?
Of course. She became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what's happened to her mother.
And lost her life. As a result.
Do you know what Mystic Mia is rumored to have said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition.
Really?
Well, she saw what happened to her own mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. I guess Mystic Mia got tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mum and her aunt.
That's right. Misty Faye had an elder sister, too. And Misty, having superior powers, managed to usurp the Master's seat from her.
Mystic Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know.
Morgan? There's a name I know well. It was a year ago now at Maya's home, Korean Village.
It's Morgan the Fae!
Morgan Faye! What she did was so terrible, it was also that she could make her own daughter the next master.
I suppose if you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter, then you must have already realized that Iris...
Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this?
But Iris is Mystic Morgan's daughter.
Holy shit!
Dun dun dun.
Wait, I thought Morgan the Fae's daughter was Pearls.
It is Pearl's. Iris is Pearl's sister.
What a twist!
What a twist!
So that's King
What?
Alpha?
Iris is what?
I don't know.
Is she kidding me? Iris is Morgan-Face's daughter?
But of course.
What the fuck? Did you just say that Iris is Morgan-Face's daughter?
I thought you already knew.
Morgan the Fae.
Sounded like you met one of Mr. Morgan's daughters already, and
I have. I know her very well.
oh,
Yes, Pearl's. Pearl Faye. But I always thought she was an only child.
you jest. That child, she's Mystic Morgan's. I had no idea. Mystic. She's in prison now, isn't she?
Yes. Ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in a murder case last year. It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master.
Morgan the Fae.
See, so I've been wrong all this time. Mystic Morgan had 3 daughters, not 2.
What? The 3?
Yes, Iris, her twin sister, and Mystic Power.
What? Twin sister?
Oh, didn't you know? I forgot you don't seem to know a lot about this. What happened 20 years ago? After the clan leadership was taken from her by her sister, Mr. Morgan's life crumbled. It wasn't many years later that Corinne's reputation hit an all-time low.
Hey, look, if it's the Byakugan!
Byakugan by Morgan the Fade.
When Mr. Morgan's husband realized his wife would never become the master, he left her in the village, taking her twin daughter with him.
How awful.
He was a jeweler, you know. In the end, he remarried, and that's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up, to be looked after by us here in the temple. That was Iris, you see.
It's unbelievable. If Iris is a twin sister. Could it be? Could you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris's sister?
Sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't remember. All I can remember is that her father was a jeweler.
Well, that's a clue, I guess. A jeweler. Thank you very much. You've helped clear up a lot of details. Girls had 2 older sisters, huh?
Yes, that's right. No doubt it was all because of Mr. Morgan's anger towards the main family.
Anger? What do you mean?
The twin daughters were taken by her jeweler husband. But even that couldn't destroy her dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan.
That's why she had pearls?
It seems that the incident here was a result of Mr. Morgan's anger. He was able to break free of the bars that confined her.
So Iris is a twin sister. The plot thickens. But this information will be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. I need to ask more questions and get some more info. Right, we'll see you guys next time on Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations. See you around.